Dragonverse fans, welcome back to another series that we are about to start here on the Dragonverse. You waited, and it's finally time to deliver the first season of Starblade and the Martian Marauder. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Martian Marauder and Starblade fly towards the Calrishi Nebula. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest do you believe this guy's uncle was? At best, a 4. At worst, he lied to us completely. If he did, we're going back. He threatened my life when we parted. I don't think he would be too concerned. Yeah, but I doubt he could beat either of us in a fight, especially not if we attacked him together. He may be a bounty hunter, but I believe some part of him was honorable. He has a reputation to uphold. In that line of work, your reputation is key. All I want is to find Jorath. Then I can go home. Martian Marauder looks at her. Perhaps. When you capture Jorath, where are you taking him? Did he commit crimes against Mars? Not against Mars. I picked up his trail on Valorant. What were you doing there? Taking a vacation? Not quite. However, I heard about Jorath and his path of destruction through their military complex. He stole a piece of technology. I agreed to track him down for the king. How nice of you. Probably got a healthy amount of money coming your way. Yes, but I wanted to do this because it was the right thing to do. Not only for the money. That's admirable. Your parents raised you well. Martian Marauder goes silent, as does Starblade. The two continue to fly, but the Martian thinks about home. As Martian Marauder's flashback begins, we see a younger version of himself in a training room. A young Martian boy and girl prepare to train with him. Til'kip stands ready. The two Martians charge and begin to attack. Til'kip evades when he can, blocks when he can't. The training exercise is overseen by numerous Martian guards and what appears to be the leader of the Martians and his wife. The Martian leader watches the battle with expectation. Til'kip dodges another punch from the girl and punches the boy. The boy lands on his back but quickly shapeshifts into a Martian serpent and slithers back towards him. The girl begins to attack his mind. He cries out in pain and looks to the Martian leader. The man gives him a stern look. The boy wraps around one of Til'kip's arms and begins to make him hit himself. The girl's attack on his mind drives him to his knees. However, he digs deep and begins to rebuff her mental attack. She looks surprised and tries to increase the intensity, to no avail. He begins to slam the serpent into the ground hard after grabbing it by the neck. Stay down. I don't want to hurt you. The Martian boy laughs. Do you hear him, Miola? He doesn't want to hurt us. Miola laughs. Perhaps we stop holding back. What? Torfe rushes him with Miola. The two land several hard blows before blasting him with a combined mental strike. Til'kip groans before passing out. The Martians give a round of applause to the visitors, who bow. Til'kip recovers a few moments later. Torfe, Miola, that was a dangerous attack. It could have killed me. Torfe shrugs indifferently. Then consider yourself lucky. The Martian leader and his wife approach the children. He smiles at the victors. Excellent work, Torfe and Miola. You performed adequately. Only adequately? What he means to say is thank you, Father. It is all right. He knows that adequate is not good enough. Unlike some of you. He glares at Til'kip. I tried my best, Father. They were too strong. Then that is your failure. Train until they cannot beat you. I'm sorry, Father. Both his father and mother look at Til'kip with disappointment. Meanwhile, his siblings are smug with the praise they've received. Sometime later, Starblade and Martian Marauder arrive on Zagarn. The early morning shifts into the afternoon. The alien citizens don't pay the new arrivals much attention. The two heroes begin to look around. Well, here we are. Where should we go first? Find the nearest CD club and repeat our process? If Jorath and Torque's nephew are here, we'll find them. I like your optimism. Let's go. May I ask you a question? Go ahead. You are rather young. I thought that Starblades only sent adults on missions. That's generally true. However, our numbers are the lowest they've ever been. Also, I'm only 1 year off from being considered an adult back home. Until I prime, I technically am an adult. I see. Perhaps I should be more respectful of you, since you're older than I. That's right. Don't you forget it. Now then, allow me to ask you a question. By all means. It's only just. Your mental capabilities. Obviously you can read minds. It's come in handy, for the most part. What else can you do? Plenty. A Martian's mind is one of our most powerful weapons. I can cause painful surges in someone's brain, use my telepathy to learn languages. The strongest among us can erase the mind and reshape memories. Sounds dark. It's only used in extreme circumstances. I certainly hope so. You know anyone capable of that back home? I do. Scary. Well, I'm never going to go visit Mars. Martian Marauder laughs sadly as the two continue on. Starblade and Martian Marauder arrive in another alien nightclub, not as lively as the Shard, with only a few patrons present. The pair approach the barkeep. Hey there, pal. Got a couple of questions for you. A Starblade? I've got time. We're looking for someone. Jorath the Juggernaut. Perhaps he came here with the nephew of Torque Rusk? The bounty hunter? I've heard of him. Sorry. Can't say I've seen him, though. Ah, that's too bad. Do you know where we can find him? A group of alien hunters walk up to the heroes. Excuse me. Need a drink. Well, I'm asking questions, so you'll have to wait. No. Look, buddy, do you see my uniform? I'm a Starblade. Please, don't interfere with my investigation. I'll do as I please. Marauder, can you do something about our friend here? The Starblade has asked nicely. We don't wish to cause trouble. Maybe. It's too late for that. Please don't fight in here. Don't plan to, as long as Ugly here backs up. Ugly? I'll have you know, I share my mother's face, and she's one of the most beautiful women on this world. Or maybe you're both ugly, and your mother's too nice to tell you. Starblade smiles and pats him on the shoulder. The alien hunter is filled with rage, and he punches her into the bar. Take it back! Starblade looks at the barkeep. I'm so sorry. The alien hunter is kicked across the room by Starblade. Martian Marauder allows the next hunter to hit him, but it does no damage. With a simple backhand, he's knocked out of the door. Get him! Starblade and Martian Marauder both exhale. The two are surrounded by foes. Starblade and Martian Marauder explode into action. Starblade hits her first target with 3 punches, while Martian Marauder evades the next blow and smacks his opponent into the ground. He grabs his next opponent by the shirt and tosses him into the air. He smacks his head on the ceiling and he passes out. Starblade ducks a chair thrown at her, but catches it before it hits the barkeep. She uses the chair to smack her opponent in the chest, following up with a backflip kick. Starblade and Martian Marauder continue to fight through the bar. Meanwhile, one alien criminal slips out a side door. The fight continues inside. The one who started the fight rushes Starblade. She dodges his attacks. On the opposite side of the bar, Martian Marauder shapeshifts his face into a terrifying visage, and his opponent screams in terror. Starblade dodges one more attack before stepping on his hand. The bones crack lightly as he winces in pain. Starblade finishes him off with a kick. He flies back into his original seat and slumps over, unconscious. Starblade and Martian Marauder walk back over to the barkeep. So sorry about all this. No, it's all right. You were provoked? Well, she did insult his mother. Whose side are you on? I wish I could help you, but I've got a nearby friend who deals with more rough clientele. Please, direct us towards this friend. The alien who slipped outside has pulled out a tiny communicator. He takes a sharp look back inside before it activates. You read me? Loud and clear. What's up? Our mutual friend has a problem. Two, actually. Inside another establishment called Sparking Dragon, we see Jorath the Juggernaut as he exercises. The rest of his allies are in various locations across the club. The leader of the group is the only one unaccounted for. One of his allies makes his way over to Jorath. No way you're exercising in a place like this. Come on, have some fun. You're with us now. Any woman you want is yours. Jorath pauses his workout. Boss said I could do as I please. The man shakes his head. At least have one drink with us. This is your celebration, after all. Already had a drink. Need to prepare for the next mission. Thanks, Raijin. Jorath resumes his workout. Tell you what, if I lift what you can, you have to stop working out. Be my guest. Jorath removes himself and allows Raijin to take his place. Raijin prepares to lift the weight and is able to get it off the ground. Barely. He immediately begins to strain as he struggles to lift it higher. He is unsuccessful and drops the weight. Fine, knock yourself out. Jorath resumes his workout. A moment later, the leader appears. He is shirtless, and his muscular physique is on display. He smiles at the two before clapping Raijin on the back. Having fun? Toko, you're here. Give him an order to party with us. Let him do as he pleases. Though we do need to gather everyone and have a discussion. I'll go get him. Raijin goes to gather the rest of the group. Enjoying our facilities? I am, boss. It's hard to find something to challenge me, but these inertial dampeners really hit the spot. Toko smiles at Jorath as the rest of the crew is gathered. Everyone sits in a small meeting room near the rear of the club. Well, my friends, we've had our fun celebrating Jorath's induction into our organization. However, it's time to get back to what we do best. Good. Where to next, boss? I'm glad you asked. I've been thinking. With the addition of Jorath, it's time we take our talents to the next level. No more small-time hits here and there. It's past time we do something that captures the galaxy's attention. The others nod in agreement. Do you have something in mind? Of course I do. Before he can proceed any further, a messenger runs to the meeting room. He knocks on the door. It's opened by Raijin. What is it? It's for the boss. We've got trouble. I just heard there's a Starblade and a Martian here, looking for you. Toko looks at his associates. Jorath's face twists into anger. That it? Yes, sir. Then get out of here. The messenger runs back to the main room. A kill shot? Xandra? We don't know it's the same Starblade. They've got plenty. I don't believe in coincidences. Jorath stands up. Allow me to correct my mistake. Let's not get hasty. We can just as easily leave before they arrive. Not a bad idea. I see now I should have killed him. Please, it won't take me long, boss. Jorath, if we don't kill them now, they'll just keep coming after us. You did say we need to take our talents to the next level. Killing one Starblade and the Martian Marauder hardly accomplishes that. But it is a first step. Everyone looks at Toko. Fine. Here's what we'll do. Starblade and Martian Marauder arrive at the second location. Perhaps we can avoid a fight this time? Hey, I didn't start that fight. I know, but you have a way with words. Why, thank you. Shall we? Starblade and Martian Marauder enter another establishment full of aliens. Cover more ground if we split up. I agree. Starblade and Martian Marauder begin to walk on opposite sides of the club. Starblade receives several suspicious glances. Martian Marauder opens his mind to those around him. With everything going on, he begins to have trouble filtering out what he's hearing until something catches his attention. You're already scary enough. Now they added that juggernaut. Should probably leave while I can. Martian Marauder does his best to follow that one voice to its source. Excuse me? The alien nearly jumps out of his skin. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't see you there. It's all right. I'm a Martian marauder. I'm looking for someone. Jorath the Juggernaut. Have you seen or heard of someone like that? I have. You won't tell him about me, will you? You have my word. Well, I like to get a drink sometimes at the Sparkling Dragon. As the alien continues to speak, the marauder recalls a similar event from his past. Til'kip is alone on the streets of another world. He wanders aimlessly and keeps himself hidden. He finds himself in a dark alley. He spots a woman having an argument with her boyfriend. He minds his business and walks past until he hears a blow struck. He turns and sees the woman holding her face as the man continues to shout at her. Another blow lands. Til'kip looks at the situation in the long, dark street ahead of him. It would be easy to keep going, not to interfere, to forget everything he had seen. It wasn't his problem. As the man raises his fist for another strike, his strike is stopped. Leave her alone. This ain't your business, pal. Get out of here. Til'kip looks at the woman, who is beyond terrified. No. Til'kip begins to squeeze the man's wrist until he cries out in pain. Hey! You're gonna break it! Isn't that what you deserve? With a single blow, the man falls unconscious. The woman slowly gets up. Are you all right? I am. Thank you. Does he do this often? More than I'd care to admit. If he bothers you again, I'll find him. The woman gets a good look at him. You're so young. What are you doing here by yourself? I'm just a wanderer. Is that what I should call you? Should I need you again? Til'kip thinks about her question until he remembers his people's history. He looks at her and gives his answer. As Martian Marauder refocuses, he is a little surprised to see Starblade staring intently into his eyes. What are you doing? Well, I would be reading your mind right now, but I can't. Bummer. Would love to know what's going on in there. You are out of it. The witness. Where'd he go? Oh, him? He answered all my questions, and I sent him on his way. I'm sorry. Where are we going? Sparking Dragon. Terrible name if you ask me. Let us be off. You sure you're okay? I'm fine. Martian Marauder exits the club as Starblade follows behind him. The patrons of Sparking Dragon continue to party and relax. Toko and all his friends are dressed in their gear. He looks at Jorath. Are you ready for what comes next? Always. Good. I had a good feeling when you reached out. So far, you've proven yourself. I haven't even started to show you my worth. Battling a Martian is no small feat. I have a few advantages. My species can see intangible beings and strike them. Not to mention I'm strong of mind, which will make every battle one of strength. We would do great things together, my friend. A pair of beautiful alien women approach Toko, smiling at him. Do we have to leave? Yeah, we can help. Toko wraps his arms around both of them. I need you both far away from here. When we're done, it may be a while before we see each other. Both of them give him a playfully sad look. But we're going to miss you. And I will miss you. It's time for you to go. They both kiss him on the cheek before walking away from him. Everyone else gathers around Toko and Jorath. Brigands of malice, let us prepare for battle. Martian Marauder and Starblade fly through the skies on their way to their final destination. So, shall we establish another plan? No. As a Starblade, I figured you'd be more agreeable to plans. That's your first problem, assuming things. Having a plan worked on Fanghawk. I mean, I guess. They could be long gone by now. We'll just go in, ask our questions, and get some answers. Easy. I hope so. You, my friend, need to learn how to go with the flow sometimes. Not everything needs to be so by the book, so to speak. Stick with me, you'll learn what I mean. Martian Marauder and Starblade arrive at their location and head inside. How are this many people out partying? Doesn't anyone work here? Perhaps they value leisure over work? If that's true, how does anything function? Martian Marauder shrugs. A waitress approaches them. Greetings, you two. Forgive me for saying, but you both look rather young to be here. We do have rules. We are not here to partake in spirits. We have a few questions. Questions? About what? We're looking for a dangerous criminal and his associates. His name is Jorath the Juggernaut. He likely arrived with 5 others. I can't say I have. Maybe I can find my boss, and he can help you. Works for us. We have a small conference room, if you'd like to wait there. Starblade shrugs. Lead the way. The waitress leads the two further into the back of the club. The waitress leads them both to the meeting room and lets them inside. He'll be with you shortly. She leaves them alone. Starblade and Martian Marauder begin to examine the small space. Cozy. A bit dull, if you ask me. Sometimes that's all you need. It's nothing compared to the Solari Council chambers. Of course not. They've got state-of-the-art facilities. State of the what? Don't worry about it. The two continue to wait. Someone watches them from the hall and pulls out a tiny detonator. The two continue to wait patiently. Martian Marauder inclines his head curiously. Something up? There's a faint but familiar presence. A mental frequency I recognize. Jorath! He was here, in this room. Huh. You'd think our lady would have told us that. The two look at each other and something clicks. A bit of doubt on Starblade's face, but certainty on Marauder's. Before either can act, the detonator is pressed, and a bomb under the table explodes. The club echoes with the sound of the explosion as the patrons duck for cover. Inside the room, the rubble is thick as smoke fills the air. Martian Marauder and Starblade phase into view, unharmed. Wow, that was close. They knew we were coming. When they come to check, they'll be expecting corpses. Perhaps we make our own ambush. Starblade smiles. I'm all ears. Several armed mercs begin to make their way towards the room, stepping on broken glass and debris. Let's make this quick. There shouldn't be anything left, but I don't smell any blood. Do you? No, I don't. Eyes open. The mercs continue towards the pile of rubble. Proceeding into the room, they find Starblade laying on top of the rubble, unconscious. How'd she survive that? Don't care. Filling her with lasers. The merc prepares to fire, but Starblade opens her eyes and kicks his gun out of his hands. Martian Marauder appears behind the last merc. Starblade gets to her feet. Man, I'd hate to be you guys right now. Back in the main room, the waitress waits with anticipation. There are several lasers that discharge. She looks towards her boss and smiles. Several minutes later, 2 mercs limp back into the main room. The waitress approaches them. Good work, you two. Thanks. The rest of our men will need medical attention. Not to worry. We'll see to that shortly. Oh yeah, one more thing. Starblade knocks her out cold. Her boss is surprised. Order a medic for yourself. She begins to remove her outfit, while Martian Marauder shapeshifts back into his costume. The bar has cleared out with the exception of the owner. He tries to run, but is cut off by the heroes. Hi there. Since you all love your ambushes, how about you answer some questions before we get angry? What do you want to know? Where's Jorath? Right here, Martian. Jorath the Juggernaut and Xandra appear on the second level. Starblade and Martian Marauder turn to face them. You escaped us on Triumph. You won't be so lucky this time. You and I seem to remember that fight differently. I won. You won the first time. Today, you answer for your crimes. Jorath lands hard, cracking the ground beneath him. Xandra hops down next to him. No sucker punches this time. You'll have to fight me one-on-one. I assure you, I'm more than capable. Guess we're about to find out. The tension builds as each side waits to see who will act first. Jorath lets out a roar and charges ahead with Xandra next to him. Our heroes prepare for battle. Hey there, Dragonverse fans. And once again, we are back at the conclusion of another episode in Starblade and the Marsh Marauder. I hope you guys enjoyed what you just listened to. If you're a newcomer and you like what you heard, stick around, leave a like, a comment, a share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, as we have plenty more coming. Until then, take care. Dragon out.